Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 629. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, basically, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then invite you to click on that link right there on the Facebook page, and then join me on camera to shoot the breeze, share information, whatever. All right, so I'm going to start out with the Word page. You might notice I have a new carry. This is really slick. If you have an iPad, these are really cool. I got this from Amazon for only like $12, $13. It's a really nice way to carry around, the iPad and to protect it also. So you should check this out. If you need the link, I can give you the link. Anyway, let me get started by saying that the city and county both have really helpful programs. I won't list them because you get tired of me listing them every single day. I'll just direct you to the Word page to check out the different city and county programs that can help you. All right. Also, the Durham City Libraries, Durham County Libraries are open today, except for the main library, although it is open certain hours for pickup only. But the other libraries, we can wander around and enjoy looking at the books, checking them out, the CDs and DVDs as well. You can still do it online and then put your book or CD or DVD on reserve and then pick it up. You can do it that way. But they allow us in now for 1 hour visits to our favorite libraries, being the East Regional, North Regional, South Regional, Southwest Regional, Stanford, L. Warren, and Bragtown branch. They are open today from 2 until 6, which is fantastic. Tomorrow they will be open from 2 until 6 as well. So check out the schedule on the Word page. All righty, now Durham Technical Community College has the Small Business Center free workshops for entrepreneurs and people wanting to, of course, improve the businesses that they're already running. So let's see I got to put on my ceiling fan. Okay, I'll be right back. It is 86. And yeah, I'm feeling it right now because the sun is bursting out of the clouds. There we go. Whoa. Some of us don't have air conditioning, but anyway. Okay. Today's workshops. Let's see. Today's what? Tuesday? Business networking. Oh, that is so much better. Oh. Business networking for artists and crafters. That includes me, by the way. Setting up brand guidelines. That sounds interesting. This is a free workshop. These are all free from 6 until 8 this evening. That sounds really great. So sign up in advance and then check out these programs, these free workshops. Also tonight, marketing foundations, the basics of marketing. That's going to be from 6:30 until 8. And then also tonight, YouTube tips for small businesses. I like the sound of that. That's going to be from 8 until 9. Now, these workshops are being offered throughout the state. So I don't identify which college is coming from because they're all over. It doesn't really matter. Just sign up and attend. They're very surprised sometimes to see a Durhamite showing up in another county, but it's really fun. And it's a great way also to meet people and to get more tips for your business. All right, let's go to the health page, to your health. Of course, I have your COVID-19 vaccine and test updates as always. There's a gigantic and growing list of places where you can get free vaccines for COVID. So it also includes, I'll just mention 2 places, the Durham County Department of Public Health. You can stroll in from 9 to 4 on weekdays, 9 to 6 on Tuesdays, which includes today. You don't have to make an appointment or anything. Just stroll right on in. Same thing for the Lincoln Community Health Center on Fayetteville Street. You can stroll in on weekdays from 9 to 11 and then 1 to 4. So, yeah. Oh, let me let you know. Okay, so the county has Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. And, of course, Pfizer's for age 12 and up. And then Lincoln has Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. And I'll have to call them and ask if they ever plan to carry the Pfizer, because again, that's for the younger folks. All righty. Let's see. Oh, today's Tuesday. The class is today. Okay. Speaking of the Lincoln Community Health Center, they are holding a free class this evening. It's a hypertension blood pressure series. So tonight is the 29th. So tonight's topic is, what is hypertension? That will be from 6 until 6:30. So definitely, if that has something to do with you and your family, attend, because it's free. It's going to be on Zoom. Also, now this just ended. Let's see, it's 12:06. I'm going to mention this anyway in case they let you in a little bit late. But the Community Health Coalition, they're going to have a one-time class tomorrow, Managing Diabetes While Pregnant. So those pregnant moms with gestational diabetes are encouraged to attend this free class in terms of how to eat right and stay healthy. So the deadline to sign up for tomorrow's class, which is at 9:30 tomorrow morning, is today at noon. But it's a few minutes after noon. If you're just now hearing about it, call them real quick and see if you can get in. So the information that you need is right there. Actually, not call, you click on the link. So see if you can get in. And if you can't get in, just give them a call and they'll probably let you in. Anyway, there you go. Now, let's see where 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 is today, administering free COVID-19 tests. Today, they're at El Centro Hispano until 6, drive-through available. They're also at McDougal Terrace until 4:30, drive-through there as well. Also, Oxford Manor until 4:30. Tomorrow, they'll be at El Centro Hispano again and Oldham Towers, which is downtown. All right, what else is on the health page? That is it. Let's go to the senior page. Now, this one bit of information that I have for you is not resolved. I mentioned this yesterday. The Durham Center for Senior Life has this wonderful program every year where you can pick up a free fan or a free air conditioning unit. I don't know if this year you call first or just go to pick it up. But let me tell you about the program. So it's co-sponsored by the Durham Center for Senior Life, which is downtown, of course, 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 and Duke Energy. So Durham County seniors age 60 plus, they can get one free fan per household. And if you're under age 60 and disabled, you can get a fan. Now, as far as the air conditioning unit, you have to have a statement of need from your health provider. And then renters have to bring a letter of approval from their landlords. It says supplies are limited, so that's why I'm wondering if you call first. And I'll find out if I can. I left a couple of messages, and I will call again this afternoon, and I will add that information to the article so that you can know whether you call first or just go tomorrow from 10 to 11:30 to pick up your fan or air conditioning unit. Well, I'm sure you won't be able to get the air conditioning unit because you need to get a statement from your health provider first. But anyway, I'll get back with you. Just check the health page before heading out tomorrow. Okay, now let's go to the how-to page. I rarely mention it, but this month, the title is How to Deal with Heat and Heat Stroke. Also, in this article, you can learn the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. It's going to be really hot this summer. We're going to have 90-degree temperatures today and tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, 91 tomorrow. And Guy, our cook, who's waiting in the wings, he's experiencing 114-degree temperatures. I hope he knows the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke and what to do if someone falls out in front of your house, how to help them, et cetera, because it happens. Believe me, it happens. Also, there's tips on how to deal with the heat. All right. Now, last but not least, we're going to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events. So let's see what's happening today. Let's see. New Visions of Africa restaurant. They're having their weekly grocery giveaway today, starting at 12:30 in just a few minutes. So if you're driving, park behind in the W.D. Hill parking lot, which is right next door. You just go around and go behind the restaurant. That's where the park. Actually, W.D. Hill has two parking lots, upper and lower. So check that out. And when you get there, look for someone with a clipboard. Give them your name, and then they will add you to the list and call your name and give you a whole bunch of groceries. So if you're on the number 5 bus or from the neighborhood, try to get a rollaway cart. There's no way you're going to handle all these groceries just, holding them in your arms. Okay. Also today, oh, did I tell you the time? 12:30 while supplies last. Okay. Now, there's going to be an HUB. I think some people just say hub, which stands for historically underutilized businesses. So there's going to be a hub certification workshop this evening from 3 until 4. So representatives from the Durham County Minority and Women-Owned Business Program, and also from the Minority Executive Education Institute will talk about these certification programs for small businesses. That's for getting work with agencies like the city, county, et cetera, et cetera. So check that out. If it's free, it's online. So go ahead and sign up and attend that if you want to become certified as a minority or woman-owned business. All right. New Visions of Africa, they'll be back at 3 o'clock from 3 to 6, giving away free meals to people in need. Wear your mask and get a free, delicious, scrumptious meal like curry chicken. I love the curry chicken. So again, from 3 to 6 this afternoon. Okay, it is Virtual Trivia Tuesday at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences from 6 until 7. It's online and it's fun. Test your knowledge of pop culture, current news, science facts, fiction, whatever. It should be really fun, again, from 6 until 7. Great way to break up the day. Also, it's the Tuesday Blues Jam at the Blue Note Grill. So free admission. If you plan to join, sign up in advance, or when you get there, you can sign up to a half hour before showtime. And again, it's from 6:30 until 8:30. So it should be super fun. And darn it, I was going to tell you about the mic. Next week, I'm going to try to remember to show you the mic covers that I give away to announcers. Now, again, if you're a guitarist or bassist, play through their amp. And if you're going to be a singer, maybe I'll have Guy R. Cook tell a joke and I'll run and get a mic cover to show you, because you can get them in bulk from Amazon. So if you're a speaker or a singer, you might want to use your own mic cover to protect yourself from coming too close to the microphone. So anyways, from 6:30 until 8:30 at the Blue Note Grill this evening. Okay, Marva's Fun. She's having her Stay Well virtual line dance class. Okay, that's going to be from 7 until 8. That's free. It's on Zoom. And of course, it's always fun. Learn those line dances. The A+ Test, Prep, and Academic Services, they're hosting their Senior Express 2022 Get on Board for College Parent Info Session. So parents of ambitious college-bound seniors are invited to visit the Facebook event page for more information and to get your free ticket for this free online event. Okay, now tomorrow morning, Wacky Wednesday with the Durham County Library online from 10:30 until 11. So check that out. Family activities, crafts, stories, and fun. And I keep forgetting to mention this. The Durham County Sheriff's Office, their Animal Service Division, they have an ongoing rabies vaccination clinic throughout the week from Tuesday through Thursday. 2 sessions, 9:30 till 11 and 2 to 3:30. And this is where you can call, set up an appointment, and get your pet vaccinated for rabies for only $10, cash only, $10 per pet. So don't forget your photo ID. Give them a call and set that up. All right, I think that's it. Let's talk about the weather. It's 86 right now. It's partly sunny, and then it's going up to 90. It's going to be partly sunny just about all day. It's going to be pleasant but hot. Tomorrow is going up to 91, and it will be partly sunny all day. And I don't think we're going to get rain until Friday. Let's see. Yeah, Friday thunderstorms, 50% chance. All righty. So that's it. Let's see what's happening with Guy R. Cook, waiting in the wings from Washington State. Let me see if I get the name right. Kennewick. Is it Kennewick? Yeah, Kennewick. So let's visit with Guy. Guy, what's new?
Big news.
Ooh.
On the coast where I used to live, in fact, This lady lives about, oh gosh, maybe 5 blocks from my house. Wendy said the marine layer came in. That's a condition in the weather that you get when you live by the Pacific Ocean. And that
Okay.
cool ocean breeze came in and it dropped the temperature 40 degrees.
Great for you, right? Oh, well, you're
No,
not on the
no,
coast,
great
though.
for them. Great for them.
Great for them. Okay.
The eastern side of the state is still battling with the marine layer, and I'm sure that there's, thunder clouds over the Cascades or something.
Wow.
But
So
anyway,
it's still supposed to be one. So is it going to be 114 again today in your area of Washington?
Today is going to be. It'll kill you if you go out there. 100. This morning though. They open the big box grocery store Safeway here opens at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So being that our wonderful dogs wake up at first light, so 4:30, we routes us out. I said, well, what are we going to get from the store? Because I'd done the watering and everything. And Darlene gave me the list. I went down to Safeway and I started getting produce. Remember how when the toilet paper crisis happened?
Oh, yeah.
And all the toilet paper was gone?
Sure.
Well, when it's 110 plus crisis, all the salads are gone. All of the
salad crisis. What?
Well, you know how you can get a bag of salad just like cut up lettuce and little bits of cabbage?
I always get the bag salad.
Yeah. They were sold out. They were gone. I had to have the guy go in the back and get a box and bring it out.
Weird.
Yeah. I ate coleslaw for breakfast. That's something I can take off my
salad crisis.
And the other shelf that was empty was bottled drinks. Like Gatorade and Propel and all that stuff.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Gone.
Sure.
I was going to take a picture with my phone and show it to you. But the funny thing, I get this. I get up to the check stand and you can hear this sparrow who had gotten inside of the store and he's flittering around, flying everywhere. Chirp, 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 chirp. And I don't speak sparrow, but I'm pretty sure he's bragging that he found a cool
bragging, not saying help.
Yeah. And he's saying, look at me, look at me. So anyway, the lady that checked me out said that the day previous, when the sparrow was there, the big brass from Safeway headquarters, Seattle or wherever they're from, came to the store. The bird did not make a sound.
Oh, they knew. Oh, wow.
And so as soon as the brass left, he started up, or she.
That is hilarious.
I think it's a she, actually, when first glance at it.
Clever bird.
And I told the lady, I said, she's not going to leave. She says, I know. We leave the doors open at night thinking she'll fly out. Nope. She's just hanging out. And I said, that's because she's very proud of herself for being so clever to get in here in the first place.
Cool. There's always birds inside Lowe's.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. But then, the doors are always opening and closing.
The door gets open and, where they load the trucks out. That's what I'm thinking this sparrow must have got in. I don't think the sparrow was smart enough to go in through the personnel doors. I think that or the semis back into the back of the building. That must be
probably. Listen, do you have any bad jokes? Because I want to grab a microphone cover.
Go ahead. I have a bad joke. When you went to college, you got a degree, right?
Huh?
When you went to college, you got a degree.
Yeah.
And along with that degree, you got some student debt.
No.
Right? Oh, well, some do.
But some people, most people. Yeah.
So why does a circle have so much student debt? Because he has 360 degrees.
That's wow.
Go grab the mic.
Whoa. That's woo. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. A little pause for the cause. Yes. But yeah, it's record highs here. The my youngest son, we're babysitting his dogs because his air conditioner went out. So he brought the dogs over here so they basically survive. And he said he was going to come over tonight and get the dogs. And I said, no, part of being older and wiser, you should come get the dogs in the morning when it's like 70 degrees instead of 120. Oh, okay. So anyway.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking about mic covers, and anyone who uses a mic, speakers, singers, probably because of COVID will want to invest in these. So they come in these little packs of 2, and you can get like 100 for like $10. Anyway, it's super cheap.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
for $10, that's a dime a time, isn't it?
So here's the cover, and has an elastic, so you can just put it. So it's like a little shower cap.
Oh, okay.
That you put over the mic.
And speaking of shower caps, it's probably pretty close to it because you're not going to spit into your microphone. One of the primary things you want to protect your mic from is from when you go popping your peas, a little radio term, and
that's right, you're a radio guy.
You spit into the microphone. And that's why if you go into like a radio station in the studio, especially, you'll see those big foam gizmos over the top.
The round flat things. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's to protect the microphone, protect those electronics.
Right. So if you're going to be sharing the mic with a bunch of people, now they might think it odd for you to do this, but you're protecting yourself. And then I guess you can take it off the mic. But I would say once you take it off the mic, throw it away. Don't reuse it because you've put it on top of other people's stuff, germs or whatever.
Yep.
So, I mean, so if you just want to protect yourself, because some people tend to put their mouth real close to the mic. Sometimes their lips actually touch the mic. So you might want to get a little,
Yeah, at those prices, that's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal.
So just playing it safe because you just never know. You just never know. Even after COVID, I would suggest people use these because I see too many people touch the mic with their lips, and I just think that's not sanitary.
I don't want to change your mind, but I'm not sure that we're after COVID. On the news this morning, senators or governors, I think, of different states where the hospital admissions are going up because people are getting the bug, want to find out, when are we going to get the vaccine? Herd immunity? When are we going to reach the level of herd immunity so we don't have the people going?
I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Yeah, and foreign countries. You've heard the name of the country Bahrain.
Bahrain, sure.
Yeah, don't book a flight to Bahrain. Yeah, it's bad there. Really bad. They've got like less than.
It's that variant strain, right?
Less than 10% of the population has even gotten one shot. It's not good. Not good.
Well, they say the North Carolina's way behind. Now here in Durham, I think we're doing better, much better. You heard the statement by Rod Jenkins yesterday, the director of the Durham County Department of Public Health, exhorting people to go ahead and get vaccinated. But I think we're vaccinated. But I think we're doing better in Durham than around the state, I believe. You asked a question the other day about whether the numbers were available, whether people who are getting COVID again or for the first time have been vaccinated. Now, in North Carolina, they actually did share the numbers. 99% of the people who are coming down with COVID are either partially or totally not vaccinated.
Oh, they're either first shot getters or no shot getters. Okay.
Yeah, 99%.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
there was a guy on one of those evening magazine shows that my wife watches, and he had both shots and still caught it. There's some variant that he caught the disease, but because he'd been vaccinated, it wasn't real bad. He was,
they are saying
he wasn't in the hospital over it. He was he knew he had it and he was staying in quarantine, but he didn't have to have a respirator and all that kind of crap.
Well, that's good. But they're saying that you do it takes a while for it to work because there apparently is some pleasure boat, cruise ship.
Yep.
I think, leaving from Florida.
Yeah, from Miami.
And
First one in 15 months. I saw that.
the crew has COVID, and they said that a lot of people got vaccinated, but they didn't wait. It's like they got vaccinated, and then like right before they got vaccinated, like the next day they go to the ship, and they said, no, you have to
wait.
It
You have to
takes,
wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So they said, okay, I'm cool. They got vaccinated and thought everything was great, but no. So it's so crazy.
Yes.
After waiting for a year and a half, I totally
We're
understand.
surviving through. And the old thing about you're going to get older and wiser as time goes on. And we've learned some things. Like how important it is to have the Bull City Hangout, because if people want to talk and share stories, and maybe they've got a really bad joke, Speaking of bad jokes, do you know why the T-Rex can't applaud?
Why?
Well, they're extinct. And I also, in the private chat thing, I sent you a link for the digital garage. I've been
okay.
For the digital garage. That's the main, like the top of the umbrella. Everything that the digital garage has contained within is under that link. So if you don't want to,
I just put it in the chat.
Yeah, maybe you don't want it for your business. Maybe you don't want it to start a different career. Maybe you just want to try something different. When it's 114 outside, trying something different, it might be on the list.
Yeah. Door to door, it doesn't work at 114, does it?
No, not very well. I spent yesterday, oh gosh, probably 3 hours filling in the blanks on the state of Pennsylvania links. You've heard me talk about Route 6 tour. We cover
That's your Route 6 project, yeah.
And part of it is we have a listing of every community that touches U.S. Route 6 as it goes across the country. Some of those little burgs, or wide spots in the road, as I oftentimes call them, have a population of like 412 in the 2010 census.
Wow.
They're not a big deal on the internet. And so I've sometimes had to go to Wikipedia. Sometimes I've had to go to Google Maps just to locate them, even show where they're at in relation to the highway. And that's as good as it gets. Wow. And then some of them surprised the heck out of me. I don't think they're going to have a Chamber of Commerce and and all this stuff, because I've never heard of where's this town from? And then I'll go and look, and then poof, the search engines will deliver. I'm still using the one I told you about the other day that grows trees, 𝗕𝗧𝗬.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I've got that set up for when I'm doing research for stuff like that. I know I'm going to do a lot of searches, and I'm pumped.
Now, speaking of tourism, I'm going to show you something. Tell another bad joke, and I'll be right back.
Oh gosh, I'm going to have to ask the computer. Computer, tell me a joke.
What do you call a spider with mad dance skills? A dabby long legs.
Oh, now did you hear that? What do you call a spider with mad dance skills? A dabby long legs. Dabby long legs. Yes. Oh gosh, Pat better get back. Well, of course I could just say, computer, tell me a bad joke.
A cocky guy struts into a bar. The bartender says, "Here, let me get you a rooster seat."
Okay.
Ooh, that was really bad. You got to not take as long. I had to tell 2 jokes that time, and you'll probably have to edit that out of the show. Just saying.
Check out what I got.
Okay.
People want visitors. People are starting to get marketed to again. So I was interested in Oklahoma. I'd like to visit one of the all Black towns, Boley, where my grandmother and great grandmother stayed for a bit. on the way from their odyssey from Talladega, Alabama, up to Gary, Indiana, and then Chicago.
Yeah.
So I clicked on this Oklahoma ad, and look at all the stuff I got for free. So here I got stickers. Their phrase is, okay, here we go. So that's shop Oklahoma, stay in Oklahoma.
Now, is this the state level?
Yeah.
Or, just that?
State, dine Oklahoma, travel Oklahoma, play Oklahoma, and cruise. Look at that, Route 66.
Yes.
Yeah. And then check this out. Look at this gigantic outdoor guide. I mean, even
now,
people.
Does the outdoor guide, does it have itineraries within it? Like if you're in Durham, Oklahoma, you can go see this or whatever.
Got dates. It's incredible. It's all about paddling and fishing, floating on the lake with the different types of boats, walking and discovering caves and trails, looking at birds, even Disney. I don't know what's going on with Disney, and then they have dates for events. It's the most incredible guide. Even if you're not interested in going to Oklahoma, you can learn how to put together a nice guide by getting materials like this. I'm going to show you these real quick. Oklahoma National Memorial Museum, which is a two-sided pamphlet.
Yeah.
A state map of Oklahoma, which is incredible. I love maps.
Sometimes Google Maps fails. Yeah.
Visit Shawnee, Oklahoma. I'm not sure where that is, but obviously he's in Oklahoma.
Well, you have the
Oklahoma
map.
City. Look at that building. Oklahoma City, the modern frontier.
You know, the learning that I did when the first and ever only time I went to Oklahoma, I always thought Oklahoma was flat like a pool table. You know, when you see those,
I would assume
when they had the land rush and the boomtown thing and all of those wagons going across the plains. Well, I don't know what they did about that. That's probably in the panhandle or something of Oklahoma. I don't know where that area is, because the only spots in Oklahoma that I went to were like mountainous, hilly, 20-mile-an-hour roads, curvy, not at all like I had imagined it to be. And I was in
I hope to go.
southeastern part of Oklahoma when I saw that, and it was.
I think the part I want to visit, I think it's more in the middle.
Yeah.
The National Cowboy, Western Museum. Oops, I dropped it on the floor. Oopsies. And then Indian Arts and Crafts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, do they have the Choctaw in there as part of the Indian? Because I know that's the reservation we went to the powwow for.
They tell you what's prohibited by federal law.
Huh?
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. So you can't. No fakes are allowed. It has to be authentically American Indian and crafted actually by actual Native Americans or First Nations. And then they tell you what's prohibited by state law. And I guess it's just a warning to always shop with actual First Nations peoples. Also, there, of course, they got to sell you the T-shirt, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then look at this. It's gigantic destination dining guide.
Yeah.
This is the whole booklet of where to eat.
I worked once with a travel magazine, American Road Magazine. And the information that you presented right there reminds me of the phrase heads in beds. The main mission of the Visitor Convention Bureau of every state is to have people travel to their area and at least stay one night.
And spend money.
Right. Spend money, but they'll spend more and you'll get the hotel tax revenue. So it's a win-win.
I would want to help the local economy for sure. This is their official magazine, Travel Oklahoma, travelok.com.
Yeah.
So again, if people are putting together promotional materials, I can't believe they sent all this for free. Last but not least, Indian Country Guide. This is what interests me, because a lot of the black towns in Oklahoma were former Indian territory, and the Indians gave the land. It's not like it was taken from them. They gave the land. to the Black people who are escaping, persecution and bad living in the Deep South and all that sort of thing. And I know that some Native Americans were slaves. Some Native Americans had slaves. So the relationship of Black and Indian peoples is really complex and
that's entirely possible.
Very
the
interesting.
Choctaw people, they started out like in Mississippi or someplace, and then they migrated them. It's called the Trail of Tears.
Trail
when
of
they
Tears, yeah.
marched them west to Oklahoma,
Mhm.
and they said, "This is where your new crib is. This is your new house."
Yeah.
And that was it.
So they have the different powwows and the different events and the different nations. Boy, there's a bunch of nations.
Yeah.
Now, Muskogee is what I'm familiar with.
Pat,
Creek,
if you get the chance to go to a powwow. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. I've been to one.
Awareness.
Yeah.
And when you go to the powwow, you know what's gold at the powwow? Having your own toilet paper. I'm not kidding. Because the porta potties that they set up at the powwow will run out of toilet paper.
Oh, that's
quick.
any event, too. Yeah.
And so if you have a roll in the trunk of your car, extra special, it's like gold. They look at you funny when you walk out of the thing carrying the roll with you.
They'll think you're stealing.
They think you're taking the last roll out of the facility. No. We lucked out because we bought one of those little 4-roll packs.
Actually, you could be sweet and donate. You can leave it behind for the next person.
Yeah,
People.
yeah, but it was early in the day, so I didn't do that.
I understand.
Yeah.
But yet, all these different nations, I mean, good gracious. Man, and all these pictures, history, crafts. This is awesome. For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Darlene would love that. She does all kinds of craft painting and stuff. And she will take pictures from a document like that, a book like that. And she'll say, "Oh, I could paint that." And by God, she will. She'll make a little 8x10 or maybe even bigger.
Well, go to again, this was on Facebook, but I would think if you can't find it on
you've
Facebook.
Got my email. Just tell me
I guess you can go to travelok.com.
Well, let's just take a look.
Yeah, and
tab in the browser.
And again, I didn't choose everything that they had. I just chose what I was interested in. There's even more than what I just showed you.
Is it a .com? Oh
yeah,
travelok.com.
travelok.
For travel, health, and safety information, click here. Travel Oklahoma.
Yeah, travelok.
Yeah. Things to do, cities and regions, places to stay, festivals and events, state parks, dining. And then if none of those fill the bill, there's a search function.
Well, look for the, what would they call this? The brochures.
Well, the thing that caught my eye as I scrolled down the page just maybe a half an inch, and on the bottom left corner, there's a little icon that says travelok.visitwidget.com, and it's a trip planner.
That sounds good too. Now check this out. Facebook.com/travelok. So they have their own Facebook page. So you can go to Facebook and then go to Travelok, and you can, because that's apparent. I just clicked. That's probably where I ended up going.
Amazing. So, this is a well done website. I like big websites that are, laid out right.
I like free merchandise because it's a great way to learn how to do something fabulous. So send for some of those, and maybe you can incorporate them in your Route 6 website.
No, Route 6 doesn't go through Oklahoma.
No, I meant you can take some ideas when you're, because you're promoting Route 6. So you can borrow some ideas from travelok.com.
I'm curious I'm looking at the map and it shows the Choctaw Nation. And there, I just didn't zoom in enough. Tuscaloosa, that's what I was looking for. Tuscaloosa is the capital of the Choctaw Nation. If you're in North Carolina, what's the capital of North Carolina? it Durham? No. Anyway, you got a state
Oh,
capital.
Raleigh. I'm sorry. I was
Raleigh.
looking at this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Raleigh. Mhm.
Raleigh, North Carolina is the capital. Well, Tuscaloosa is the capital of the Choctaw Nation.
Okay.
And I think the best takeaway of all the wonderful things I saw, in fact, the belt I'm wearing is from the Choctaw
First
powwow.
Nations astronaut. How about that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So they're going to the past to the future.
But the cool thing I saw at the powwow, remember the movie with Nicolas Cage about code talkers and the guys that developed Indian language?
I'm not a big movie person, but
okay.
I know those were the people
Indian
in World War II.
Yeah, in World War II,
Yeah.
exactly. These were the guys that were still around. I mean, they must have been like 80, 90 years old.
And they finally got their due.
And they're all wearing their code talker T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's long rows of picnic tables where we sat down.
Mm-hmm.
And over my shoulder, right behind me, was the code talkers table. And I was too embarrassed to sit down at their table, but I figured, I could sit next to them and eavesdrop. And they were swapping stories.
That is so cool.
Oh yeah, it's beyond cool.
They could not figure out what the code was, not realizing it was another language.
Yeah, they never did break
World War II.
Yeah, never did crack it.
That was clever. That was real clever. This is really fabulous. I really am liking this a whole lot. Man. Oh, they also have events.
Be sure to take your setup so that you can live stream from the Oklahoma trip.
Well, like I said, I want to visit because, again, my grandmother and great-grandmother stayed there for a few years. And they have a yearly rodeo. Now, this is an all-black town, and they have a rodeo and a cookout.
Oh, Oklahoma is big on rodeos. I'm not sure.
So that's when I want to go. And I think it's...
I think there's a women's division in the rodeo for
is it Memorial Day or Labor Day? I think it's Memorial Day weekend.
Uh-huh.
I think. But that's when I want to go.
Time to go. We went Labor Day weekend, and it was kind of warmish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's when the Choctaw Nation has their annual powwow. Labor Day. Well, I don't know if they're doing it this year.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure where Boley, Oklahoma. I think it's in the middle, closer to the middle of the state, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But this is very exciting to me. I can't wait to go now because, woo.
Yeah, click on that. Plan your
the
trip
history of the Black
icon.
Towns is an exciting one.
And they'll set you up with an itinerary, tell you where the plane is going to land, and then you rent a car. Because I'm sure that Boley doesn't have much of an airport. I'm just guessing. Actually,
the city has shrunk. It's just like anything else. When you make do, and then when new opportunities arise, you leave where you're from and you go there. So Boley, Oklahoma is nothing like it was back in the early 1900s. It's very, very, very small now. So it's actually sad. Someone took us on a tour on YouTube of Boley, Oklahoma, and it's desolate. I'm just going to be honest with you, but the history is rich.
Now that things are loosening up and people are going to travel because they're sick the last 15 months of being housebound, having that travelok.com bookmark in your favorites, that might be something to do today.
Okay.
And if you're in Washington State, you could stay inside, out of the weather, plan your trip, and then when it cools off, you can go.
Yeah, actually, I did when first planning to go to Boley. I was looking for the nearest towns and where the airplanes land, and where the hotels are and how much things cost and that kind of stuff. Because I'm hoping that my sister can join me. She lives in Chicago. So I'm going to see if we can somehow connect and
what's sister's nickname?
meet at the airport and then drive to Boley.
What's your sister's nickname? You call her Cookie?
Cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie.
It's not a hard name to remember. Ba-dum-dum.
So did you know that Nat King Cole, he had
Mhm.
2 daughters. We all know Natalie Cole, but there was another daughter. And he nicked them Cookie and Candy,
Oh,
which I think
yeah.
is so cute. I can't remember which one Natalie was, but anyway.
Ask her, she'll know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she has
So
a
anyway.
Facebook page. You can just message her.
Well, Natalie Cole actually died last year or 2 years ago. Or so.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, the family maintains it.
But her music
That's
lives
right.
on.
Yeah. You remember Jackie Gleason, right?
Oh, yeah, and away
Okay.
we go.
I know the guy that manages
Mm-hmm.
the website for that estate, and to this day they're cruising the web, making sure nobody's using the brand or the image.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's a big deal. I had no idea how much that would happen, but you take a celebrity like Kenny Rogers, for example, and say you've got a card room and you put up a poster that says, yeah, Kenny Rogers played here once, and he never did. They're just lying. They're looking for stuff like that.
Okay.
For infringement on the brand.
So if you name your spot the same name as one of his songs, 'cause I know he had a song called The Gambler.
Yeah.
Is that copyrighted? I guess his likeness would be copyrighted.
You'd have to
if
ask a
you
lawyer.
The Gambler with his likeness, you probably can't do that.
Copyright stuff is something for the legalese, the lawyers of the world.
But I know you can't put his face up there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But anyway, thanks for sharing about all those classes. I hope that somebody, if they've got an itch to scratch in terms of learning that digital garage is
the digital,
a good scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to check those out. And thank you for the info. And also, I hope you have fun with that Oklahoma information, because again, that's some rich material there.
And did you notice I got more pictures hung up? Let me see.
I see the frames in the
I did.
Slight
Let me move the
glare.
camera.
I can't see what they are. Oh, there you go. The big catch.
This is my hat pin collection. All those little dots.
Nice.
I think the toughest hat pin I've got is from Denver, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to Oklahoma for the powwow that we're talking about a minute ago, the plane touched down in Denver, Colorado. I said, well, I'm going to just go down to the gift shop and get me a hat pin for Denver, Colorado, because I know they're going to have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I reached for my wallet, no wallet. It had fell out of my pocket on the plane.
Oh my God.
The stewardess who had closed the door said, it's done. She opened the door, went back inside. I told her what my seat. I was in row 19. I remember that because I'm a cribbage player. And long story. So 19's an impossible score to get in cribbage. Anyway, she came back with the wallet. I was going to give her a couple of bucks for. She said, no, I can't take a reward. Here, let's have it.
Wow.
So then I had to run. Remember the old commercial where the guy's running through the airport?
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, that was me. Because the flight from Seattle to Denver, and then from Denver on down to Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
There wasn't like a 3-hour layover. It was like minutes apart.
Man, did you make it?
Yeah, I made it, but by the skin of my teeth, it was just, if I hadn't ran, I probably wouldn't have made it. And when this was years ago, I could say I was running pretty good for my age. I was in my 50s.
Yeah. I found a passport once upon arrival to Ireland. I looked down and someone's passport was there, but the person was still there. And he was just like, oh my God. But as far as missing your plane, check this out. Yeah. So I arrived late. I was visiting my Aunt Emma, my great aunt in New York. and I was supposed to be flying out of LaGuardia back home to Chicago, and was late. I was late. I was getting there.
There's traffic, or just you got there late?
Traffic, and just not realizing that getting from the Bronx to the airport was going to take so long. So she told me to, we were goofing around. I mean, I don't get to see my aunt very often, my great aunt. And so I just spent too much time with her. We were just talking, and I just didn't realize time was passing. Yeah. Anyway, so I got to the airport. They have liveries in the neighborhoods because they're underserved by the taxi industry, because it's low income areas. So this neighborhood guy took me in his livery to the airport. He drove like on two wheels. So I'm running to the airport. I butt in line, and I said, my plane's going to leave at so-and-so. They're like, oh my God, run to gate 5. And so they called, whoever they called, and I'm booking, right? So I'm running. I'm in my 20s, so I'm really, woo.
Yeah.
So the plane had what do you call the thing that you walk through to get to the plane?
Walkway? Yeah.
The walkway that, the tube thing. They had just retracted it, and the plane had turned around. They turned the plane around and re-extended the tunnel thing.
Well, then you should go buy a lottery ticket that day.
They didn't have lottery back then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
your luck was greatly improved.
So everybody's turning around like, who's this chick?
She must really be famous if they're waiting for her.
Around for this what? And I just very quietly just tried to go to my seat, Yeah. But boy, that was amazing. I don't think they would have done that nowadays. I really don't think so.
Yeah, I think once
of security. I didn't have to go through security or anything. I just ran,
Well, yeah, in those days they didn't have that security like they do now.
Yeah, so I would have just missed it.
I was here. So. There was a thing on the news last night about violence against TSA people.
Well, aren't they armed?
Why would you get mad at a TSA person if they're saying you can't have this bottle of whatever on the flight? Then get over it. You just don't have it. People are getting whacked. It was crazy. People
just don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's the same thing with the anti-maskers. It's not the masks so much. They just don't want to comply. They call it.
Oh yeah, I heard a guy grumbling about that coming out of a restaurant we were in. You have to take your mask off to eat, obviously, but then you have to put it back on to walk through the building to leave.
Yeah.
As soon as you get outside, he flung it off, and said, I'm so sick of this blankety blank. And yeah, I said, this is June. It's June of 2021. You've been doing this for 15 months and you're still squawking?
I know. Grow up, But when they call it slavery, that's a real insult. That's not what defines slavery. If they really knew what slavery was about, they would shut up. So they don't even need to use that word. Because, I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to politely leave it right there.
Politically
but anyway, so what's the temperature right now where you are in Washington?
Gosh, we don't have a indoor-outdoor thermometer. It would probably melt off the side of the house.
Oh,
I'll have to look on my phone app. I can give you an approximate. Just a second.
I'll tell you what it is here. Let's see. So it's 88. It's 88 now. Went up 2 degrees since I started.
It was 88 here a long time ago. At 4:30, it was 72. Right now, it's 94.
Okay. And it's not even
to the app.
And it's only 10 in the morning where you are.
Yeah, 9:55 a.m. and it's 94 degrees. And you can see the little ramp there. It's just going up and up and up.
And it's going up to what?
116. It's the hottest it's going.
Okay, that's got to be the record guy. It's got to
be.
Oh yeah,
they're saying that records everywhere are going to get broken. Yeah, what a guy that I went to high school with which was 50 years plus ago. He's got a chart, one of those pre-printed charts that shows all the record temperatures, like the record low, was February of 1932 or whatever. And he says, this piece of paper is going to be worthless by the end of the week because all the high temperatures are getting shattered.
That T-shirt idea, I think you need to go through with that. And it would be, I survived what would you call it? The Pacific or the Washington State heat wave?
Yeah, but it won't sell on the coast after that marine layer came in today and rescued them.
But still, you're setting records.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So actually, you need to make a deal with the city of Kennewick or town of Kennewick, because maybe you can make some money with some online T-shirt sales and say, I survived the 2021 heat wave, and then just have Kennewick.
See, like Tacoma, where my son lives, the temperature right now is only.
Everybody wants a Kennewick T-shirt, guy. You need to do it. You need to do that.
And the high today in Tacoma is only going to be 89.
That's all.
The high in Durham is going to be 91.
Yeah, 90 and the 91 tomorrow.
Where my sister-in-law lives in Spokane, what's up north in eastern Washington, is 113.
I just can't imagine. I really can't. Now, the rain's going to cool us off because on Friday it's only going to be 79, 50% chance of thunderstorm.
Well, isn't there like a tropical storm or something going into Charleston? I was seeing that on the news. They said it hasn't, strengthened up enough to be a hurricane, but it's a weather condition that makes it rain a lot. They said 1 to 3 inches of rain.
Maybe that's where these thunderstorms come into play, because I was unaware.
Because you're close enough to Charleston that could be.
Well, I'm 2 hours away from the coast. So when there's hurricanes, we get thunderstorms.
Oh, yeah.
And the occasional tornado, which terrifies me. I don't even like the word tornado.
Well,
anyway,
you don't have that bomb shelter in the backyard with a little chimney?
No, but there is a bomb shelter at Campus Hills, 2 blocks up the road.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I could, if I really needed to, I could run over there. But anyway, I'm going to go visit my cousin Julia.
Okay, tell Julia I said hey.
I will. She's 96.
And remember to tell Julia the joke about circles and why they have so much student debt.
I will do so. And I'll let you know if she laughed or not.
Okay.
My grandmother, my mom said that when she was a kid and she would tell corny jokes, apparently she was as bad as I am with telling jokes. Her mom would say, remind me to laugh when we get home.
Okay.
So, there you go.
You have a good trip.
Okay, Guy. Talk to you soon. Fun as always. That is it, folks. It is 86 right now. Wait, where's 88? It's 88 right now. And the high, let's see if they changed it. Oh, okay. So this morning they said it was going to be a high of 90. Now they're saying this is the high for today, 88. So I guess that's it. So we've reached the high for the day, which is 88. Tomorrow, let's see. It's still going to be 91 tomorrow. Partly sunny all day today and tomorrow. All day Thursday is going to be sunny and 91. And then after that, 79. So there's going to be some respite. So anyway, read up on the how-to page on the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke, because it's important to know the difference, especially if you need to use that information. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.